And do you still recall the first time, actually the first essence of Gotan Project? Do you still recall when was it? It was in 1999?
No, it was even in '98.
Okay.
In end of '98 or mid '98, I don't know. And it's, to make a long story short, it's Eduardo came to my studio with a dancer or like somebody who was making sort of show, but really quite kitsch, and he was making his number on a folkloric music from Argentina, only made with percussion. And I was absolutely not interested by the music that this guy was asking for, you know. He wanted something quite techno with an Argentine flavor, and but I was more catched by the groove of the folkloric music from Argentina. It was really African, hypnotic, repetitive. It was really amazing. And so I made a copy of the CD, and after when the guy's gone, I talked with Eduardo, and we, by talking together, we start to think about how we can collaborate and just to bring the two cultures together without trying to have success, you know, making like something genuine, just something that a music that we didn't listen first, we never listened before, and also a music that will be more quite creative and new, and so we worked together from the beginning, all of three, and we just elaborate. We did one track, and after we liked it, we did another track. We put it on vinyl, and after another vinyl, and after a second, 3 10-inches before the album, and we started to do, you know, to explore new territories. Each track was a sort of virgin island that we discovered, and we were the first to be surprised by this music.
And is there one way, or how does a song come about? Can you explain a bit more? How do you write your songs?
Mm-hmm.
There are many, you know, different ways to approach it. It can come from Eduardo usually is with his guitar. Maybe he can start with the guitar. He can show us like a rhythm, milonga rhythm with a typical guitarist, and we can say, yeah, this sounds great. So we start adding something, maybe an idea of chords or an idea of rhythm, and we start laying ideas down on the computer, and very quickly we start composing melodies on top. Whatever we have, so it's very important.
Groove, then.
Not necessarily. Okay. It can also start with chords and the song, you know.
No, but I mean no vocal lines or melodies.
No.
It's mostly rhythm.
Mostly rhythm, yeah. Or ambiences, okay. Or an idea of
patterns, you know.
Yeah, of groove and rhythm. In what kind of direction of rhythm we would like to go, you know. Or when we recorded, for example, for this album, a tango quartet. Just with basic riffs, typical tango riffs like of the 40s, for example, in a certain style. And then we used that material, we started, you know, sampling in it and looping things and see how, and then we thought, wow, which kind of rhythm could be great with that? So for example, that's how we came with the rap track. This one riff from the 40s, it sounded like, wow, that could be great with some kind of breakbeat, fast breakbeat rhythm, and it really worked well, and then it's, you know, it was sort of almost natural to have some rappers over this. So that's the kind of this, like, it's like we start with a song and then the song takes over the control over us, and we move with the song.
And do you agree on the songs almost every time, or do you have to battle to make the final version? Because you will be.
We agree. We almost. Huh?
No, the funny thing is, I think we're really complementary.
Yeah. Okay.
So actually, as different as we can be as persons in the studio, we really very often agree. I mean, I just don't remember
any fights,
anything like really disagreement. Sometimes it's like someone brings up an idea and you say, well, no, that's not so great. But then you listen back and say, yeah, you're right. We're sort of kind of trying to leave our egos outside.
Yeah.